We just gotta get Donna and Tom back. And right.
Hey, Donna, I just wanted to say, I think the thing that you were thinking about that we went up on the price with recently was maybe, I don't know, it was like from $5,000 to 6,500 for guys like taking lobsters from the lobstermen or something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but was it something like that?
We went from 1,000 to 5,000 for seafood buyers.
Yeah, that was it. Thank you. Yeah. That might have been what you were thinking about, Donna. That's the last big thing I remember about that changes.
Any comments about the out of town
Commercial fish fee.
commercial fish fee?
Should there be different fees for each of them?
How about this? How about you guys give me till next meeting and I will research what other towns are getting and charging. But I do believe that, you know, what you would charge a guy for fishing out of Northeast versus Bartlett's is drastically different.
Should
I
we,
don't know if you all would agree with that.
should we make a difference? And
We could. Yep, and then Seal Harbor, you know, all three are different. Bartlett's, you have a float, and that's it, in a parking lot. Seal Harbor, you have, you know, a little bit more dock, you have a dinghy dock space, and you have a hoist. Over here, you know, you have an amazing amount of facility to.
Except we don't have any dinghy space anymore.
Well, we will.
We will.
Why not?
and it will never be enough, but we will.
Well, this summer was as bad as I've ever seen it.
It was a busy summer. The marina was,
But these, I'm talking about the commercial float.
all the commercial float.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of bulldozed Cranberry Island boats in there early in the morning. I really do.
I think you're also getting, you know, a handful of, you know, summer transient mooring renters that just don't get it where they're supposed to go either, so.
But anyway, it was,
Do we really check the permits? There's no permit for, well, the commercial ones, we hand those out. You know, Jenya is been right on that stuff, and, you know, I think he made a good attempt this year, and I think it will be even better next year. He's, you know, he's got all the outboard people with their stickers, and I think we'll see some improvement, but.
did we just?
I think there's also a couple of boats that have more than one tip that
Well,
goes.
that would be, that would be
boats.
it's huge boats in there.
Oh, no, I know.
You know what I'm talking about.
Are they all are oversized ones, isn't it?
Carnival. Was a bow line about that long.
Yeah. They never took 101, seamanship 101.
What is it, 14 feet?
Well, except for the two.
Then there's a sign that says from here out, 17 and under can park for 4 hours.
But they were.
But that's not for a commercial firm, that's for the,
Yeah, but it's the same.
yeah, but if they're over there overnight, because they're.
Yeah.
But like Justin Bunker's 17-foot one was there all summer. Every night.
What about over on the other one? Well, why don't we, I mean, why don't we have enforcement then? You know, we know these guys are doing it.
Part of me thinks we should just go to 14-foot the whole thing and not have,
Yep.
but
That is an option.
just have it
And then
permitted things.
one skip per boat. I think there's a couple guys that have two.
Anyway.
I mean, I know it's hard for you to enforce it, John, it's,
Well, I mean, when you've got, a handful of 17 footers that come in and squeeze in.
Yeah.
And it's hard to tell how long something's been there, we really cracked down on the 2 hour thing on the dock. The kids go down every half hour and check that, but they have a sheet, but I don't think anyone's really been doing much with the commercial dinghy tie-up.
Well, anyway, I'm not sure we're gonna solve anything tonight, but
Yeah, but we can start working on that. Same thing with those friggin' rubber rafts, the other one now have 60 horsepower on them. There's people that come from Cranberry with a rubber dinghies.
Yeah.
With 60 horsepower.
Is there a limit over there? There used to be, I know the commercial, it used to be 25. Used to be 25
or
horsepower.
30 it's meant to be in. And there's a foot limit too. I mean, we're busy,
we're busy.
and why should we allow these guys to step over the line just because we're busy? They can buy a boat just like everybody else.
Comments for the record?
I'd like to see something happen on the dinghy dock over in the north end.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, you're also mixing that along with the commercial.
We're gonna crack on both of them, let's crack down on both of them.
I will add into that, because there's plenty of mooring rental boats. That rent moorings that have their own dinghy that they're coming in and out with.
Yeah.
And it's. I don't know. Even if they're legal size and horsepower, it's still more than ever.
Yeah, but there's at least 5 boats down there that come from someplace, the rubber rafts that are just under the length, but they have big horsepower.
I agree.
And they're all those rigid ones that are good skiffs, and they're running out to other places.
Yeah.
This is the loophole they're getting away with.
Oh, I know.
So,
Well, it's an enforcement issue.
and there's so many in there now that they've gone around the float, and they're tying up on where people are paying to have.
They are.
And then maybe we ought to just disallow all rubber rafts.
Good luck.
So, a thought I'm thinking about all this while you guys are talking is that I think it's really hard for John to enforce this at the moment, like he has to look for a sticker on the thing and then figure out whether or not it's like a boat that should be here or shouldn't be here. And I was thinking, well, maybe if every boat either had a sticker that said it was a permitted boat because it was, a commercial boat, a dinghy from a commercial boat, or they just paid like a daily fee of like $5 or whatever and then they got issued some kind of tag that they could put on their boat. So then he could enforce it pretty easily at that point. So it's just an idea I'm throwing out there.
Yeah, the commercial ones already do get a sticker.
Right, but then, I don't know, I don't know what kind of a tag, but some kind of tag that they could attach to their boat for the day, that just proves that they paid for the spot, just like you get a wristband when you go to a concert or whatever, something as simple as that.
I don't have an answer.
No.
Parking meters?
Well, John, I mean, how would you enforce it right now if you had to?
Well, right now, we don't charge for anything as far as dinghy tie-up, so as long as they're in the ballpark of the size and everything, we don't work them at all. I think that the doing away with the 17-foot and under thing for 4 hours is something to look at. That
Okay.
could solve some problems.
I do think that the big horsepower boats that come in on the recreational end, the north end, cause a lot of problems, because they're really big boats. They're not just tenders to go to a mooring.
you know,
Especially in Kent. I mean, people coming into town and they're gonna tie, they wanna get off the boat.
I mean, we rent them a mooring, we have to give them some form of a place to tie. up.
Above and beyond the taxi
You know,
service.
the taxi only runs for so many hours.
But most of those people have small,
Yeah, those aren't the big,
but if some big power boat or sailboat is out there renting a mooring, they still should have to meet the horsepower limit. I'm sorry that those, we're just getting so full, we gotta do something.
I understand that, but I do disagree that a boat that comes and rents a mooring for 2 days and say their tender's 14 or 15 feet and it's got a 40 or 50 horse motor on it. You know, they don't know that in advance, and, a lot of the bigger boats, they have a decent sized tender because sometimes they have to anchor way off and motor into a facility to get off.
It's
But,
the same boats every summer and they're here all summer.
I think it's the transient traffic from outer islands myself. I don't think
There's a lot of that.
I don't think it's mooring boats that are causing the issue.
I think a lot of it is, but I think we are getting a ton of pressure from the Cranberry Islands.
That's exactly what I'm referring to.
And there's a lot of other places that we get a ton of pressure from the Cranberry Islands on our, on our pier.
Steel Harbor,
On our pier with cargo and
Yeah.
parking.
Parking, I was gonna say
It is,
parking.
yep,
It is a big issue.
I come down there sometimes at 4 a.m. and there's hardly any parking spaces left down there sometimes in the summer. I don't know where all the car, where everybody goes, but
okay, folks,
we get it all figured out.
no,
But Howie, you're gonna have some sort of parking thing for us in the near future, right?
yeah, we didn't meet last month. I haven't had time to coalesce all the numbers and make graphs. So we didn't, and we were kind of a little overwhelmed with all of the other stuff going on. So we didn't meet last month, but we'll meet this month and then we'll have something to report out in December for sure.
And maybe after we've seen his report, we can take a month and at our next meeting, have a discussion on where we go from here, because we'll have 2 years with 2 different options to look at.
Exactly.
I think what made a big difference this year for the island, for the Explorer, was that they weren't going to Jordan Pond from here.
yes, I agree.
I think it made a huge difference.
I don't think the Island Explorer is a big problem.
I don't either.
It wasn't this summer.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Nice discussion.
What happened to the garden club? I thought they were gonna be here this month.
They're still working on
Look at the-
your requests. And
Replanning, I've had a couple of discussions, they're rediscussing the options.
you guys put forth a handful of concerns, and I think they're.
They were legitimate concerns.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And I think they're working on a way to accommodate your concerns.
The guy didn't even know there was a farmer's market.
No,
I was never asked questions by any of them, other than I was asked to put together the survey of all the infrastructure. And they never once called me and asked my opinion on anything.
And this is done on Zoom. They also didn't know there was a drainage problem. And there was no drainage plan on there. That was a big concern.
it's true. They had no consultation with any of the harbor committee or John.
I appreciate what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
And I think what they've done around the buildings, really nice.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, they've been helpful.
Well, we weren't totally negative. I mean, everyone agrees that that tennis court can be disguised.
That's the jewel of
That's
Harbor.
the one, speaking of tennis court, they are well on their way pushing towards the ice rink.
Yeah.
there used to be they had an ice rink. They up on the field at the elementary school one time.
Right.
I don't know what happened to all that plastic.
We used to skate on Lower Headlock.
That's another piece.
He has to go forward.
So in the minutes for the, talked about the ice rink, at some point, they're looking to purchase this big membrane that goes in there. But it's quite a piece and they're already discussing the potential of building a small shed somewhere on our property down there near the tennis courts. So that's something you guys might want to keep on your radar for when it comes around.
See if kids want to skate,
What?
nothing.
Good of a place to house the Zamboni and
Well, they're calling around for money now.
yes, they've already, what I saw, they've already got 6,000-7,000 and they're looking for 20. And I don't think they'll have any issue getting it.
So what's, are there negative issues for us?
You know, there's building a permanent shed on our property somewhere near the tennis court would be one thing for us to consider and look at, I guess.
Might be rolling the new firehouse.
A shed could be portable too. Have it there in the winter and not in the summer.
Doesn't have to be down here at the marina either.
No,
It's for the storage of the membrane in the summertime.
We'll throw it in a trailer and take it
Take it
away.
up to the town garage.
Put it over that eagle.
And all of
Well,
this
let's-
stuff is a purchase and then hand over to the town.
Let's wait until we're presented with some.
Yeah, and then that comes out of the harbor money to take care of it.
Okay, guys, I think we're doing real well.
This is a quiet
You
meeting.
need to go
right?
to the town hall after tomorrow and sign this thing.
Okay.
Go see Claire sometime after tomorrow morning.
All right, everybody,
All signed it.
No, it has to be done in front of Claire.
Okay.
It's just a notarize it.
need another motion here.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Moved and seconded to adjourn. Any discussion? All in favor, raise your hand.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, everybody.
As close to a normal meeting as we've had.
We're the lawyers.
Last December.
Hey, John, hit the record button again. You know, to turn it off.
Oh, yes, I'm killing it right now.
Okay, cool.
Now we can talk.
Yeah, thank you, everybody.